Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Scratchy Post with Scratch That Gaming Itch, and it's Saturday evening. I can only mean one thing. It's time for Silly Voices Saturday. Hello, everyone. My name is Ebag. Welcome to the Scratching Post, and it is time for my favorite show of the week, and that is hopefully yours as well. Silly Voice Saturday, where I gather my friends and we put our voice acting talents towards various games, which right now is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which I'm going to get started in post haste while I introduce the cast, as I always do. First of all, we have, of course, your good friend of mine, Bert.
Who's your friend who likes to play?
We also have, of course, all the way from Europe, Drifting.
Implying Burr isn't from Europe.
To be fair, you come here so much, Burr, you might as well be here from the UK.
I mean, everything that's beyond the Iron Curtain is like, the wildlings and the trolls and the frost giants.
Also, absolute proof that these intros are not pre-written, and I'm an idiot at times.
You're not an idiot.
No, you're not.
I know.
Don't be rude to yourself. I'm coming over there. That's a threat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use my alternate intro for this one. Our token American K.
Hi.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Yeah, from all the way across the pond, our token American. Listen,
It's quite a big
love
pond.
being called the token American. It is my favorite thing. I also just remembered I need to send the stream link to people who I've said, oh yeah, no, I do stream link because I do stream. I do voice acting as a guest on a stream, and then I forget to actually send them the fucking thing.
Hey.
Anyway, hang on.
Hey, and welcome to any new people in the either the VOD or the chat who welcome to the show. If it's the first time here,
Yeah.
we appreciate you being
Also,
here.
Kay, how do you spend your token? Can you spend your token?
I don't think
That's
it's
when you
that kind
kill
of
off the token character.
Oh,
That's when you kill off
no.
the token character.
I think I'm overdue for that.
Or you, yeah.
Hello, Jams.
I guess you pair them off could technically count. I don't know.
Moving on into the next one. Again, I always say this. I'm going to keep on saying it. Are women in Japan or a pedal?
Does half of me count? Because I feel like half of me currently.
We would always love half of you because even a fraction of you of your company is amazing.
Yeah, and quoting
half
Beyonce,
is-
even a half of you is a whole lot of women.
Oh, wow. I say half of me because Lurgy's getting it, and apparently Kay, that's the first time that Kay has heard the word Lurgy before.
It's
Really?
the first time. It is the first time I've had to actually like in at other points I've had to just like smile and nod, but this is the first time I've actually been brave enough to be like, what the fuck does Lurky mean? Or like
What's
it's not
Lurky?
been, or it's like not been an episode of Blackadder / a book of Discworld, and I've been like, I don't get it, but I'll just keep going,
Nah, okay.
Yeah, Lurgy. I'm sure I've heard you before, but who knows?
The first time I've seen the word Lurgy is in a book by the Evil Witch, but we're not talking about that.
Now there's someone who deserves the Lurgy.
Anyway, I do my best.
You are amazing, and we love you, and we appreciate you, love, for being
Thank
here.
you very much. We've heard that.
And I want to thank also this person for subscribing because they did, and even though it seems very I don't know, kind of dirty to have the cast member themselves subscribe to my own channel, but I still appreciate it. Let me, Russ.
Hey! It's
Dear
dark
goodness.
in here.
You're in the basement. That's not where you need to be.
Where my recording studio is.
I thought you were going for a Banana Boat song.
Let me follow the
Daylight
flashlight.
come
No,
and
wrong. Follow the
That
flashlight,
is in the
Lemming.
well.
No, wrong flashlight, Lemming.
Let me give me a Deo.
Hey!
Deo. Anyway,
Come man, we want to be
It's all good.
DMCA.
I'm here.
Exactly, Burr.
and
Although I don't think we would be DMCA because I think this is public domain song.
don't know, don't care. Besides, we don't have the music backing for it. Plus, also, we are probably 2-3 minutes into the show right now. We're already way off kilter.
And
This is business as
Way off
normal.
beat already.
We are like 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah, details. my good friend of yours, Mestropolis, who also subscribed. Thank you very much for that. Even again, it feels dirty. Oh no! It's
Well,
my
there it went.
it's my lot in life just to punt Jigglypuffs into the void. It just
Yeah, the
they're
voice
so
is a nice
kickable.
It,
I
it,
hang
Hey
out
guys,
with
I
my
don't see
little
my
guy.
Jigglypuff.
it ain't much, but it's honest work.
Eh.
Has anyone seen my Jigglypuff?
No.
He was right here.
If Jigglypuffs weren't there to be kicked, they wouldn't be bullshit.
Also, I've just seen the kitty pictures that Kay has posted, and they are freaking adorable.
Adorbs.
And I'm
Kitty
jealous.
cute, I love you so
I want.
Same.
And we're going to introduce the special guest.
Yay!
Well
He
timed
doesn't
in.
need an intro.
A well-timed intro from our special guest, Mr. WW.
Hi!
Now, Lewis,
Damn it!
was that planned?
I'm gonna say no.
That fucking way too deep out of his soul for that to have been planned.
I like to say that comedy is all about timing, and
There was definitely one during Laura's introduction that was not planned.
life is just a big comedy, it seems, and we've already killed Laura for a second time because
Poor
you know.
Laura keeps dying.
Oh my god, we killed Laura! We're bastards!
We did? Oh, we bastards.
Hi! Good to see you.
James says, "Someone throw in a random objection." It'll be right back on track. Objection. But yes,
Oh, blimey.
Book!
the best objection of anyone.
She's
said.
in the basement now. She can't hurt us.
Yeah. Well, we're going to resume where we were. Because, of course, we just flashed back to 18 years past in the last time, after we came across a situation where statues had melted. Again.
Unfortunate.
You know,
Unfortunately.
as they do.
As they do. Oh, God. And we go right into Laura. Okay. Okay,
Eddie,
so...
did you remember the notes from last week?
Yes, something about crying statues.
Good job, Eddie.
Good, fantastic. Yes, our very own Mestropolis as Gregory Edgeworth. And Laura Petal, question mark, is Judy bound? Because Laura is not feeling at the top of the morning this morning, or this evening, or whatever time zone it is for you, wherever it is in the States, wherever the world, or whatever I should say. So Laura might be passing roles on, depending on how she feels.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes.
Don't
Are
push
you
yourself,
alive?
Dave.
I feel like I'm back now. Here's
Good.
hoping.
That's fine. We'll try our best to do it a third time. Hat trick.
First time's the charm.
And there it is.
Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. Let's see.
Ah, yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrances' complete rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So, he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were.
In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected?
Yeah. The number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining.
Turn the music up if someone could double check the volumes.
But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way.
Had he really?
I went to our living area to change the film. I was passing through the fountain room on my way back. When I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room.
Hang on, this could potentially be a flashback. Sounds. Give me a moment.
It's fine.
Samson? Are you in here? Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police. And then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since.
I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bell.
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you.
Instant camera added to the court record. Mr. Frost's room added to the court record.
Detective Ben has gone. Are they done investigating?
They're done with me, that's for certain. The big meanie told me to clear her off. Honestly, that mannequin's really into me. The cheek of him. Sorry, I have to unmute because I'm eating my breakfast.
That's fine.
That's fitting for this character, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yes, he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene.
Did he run off you too, Detective Ben?
Yeah. Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around.
Also, we got a clip from James.
Oh,
Yay.
thank you, James.
Yeah.
Also, before we go any further, I just want to plug what we're doing right now. As you can see at the bottom of the bar there, we've got GameBlast going on in the future, which of course will be happening near the end of the month, which the GameBlasters, which is myself, Lewis, and aka Weird, and Laura, as well as our good friend Scarfulu, are taking part in, and we're having some rewards provided by some people in this very chat room as well. Every £100 gets a tombola draw. We are sitting quite comfortably at, what is it, 600?
We were at 625, but as of a donation that happened during Lozzie Panda's 5-year Twitchversary last night, which I didn't even realise before we went live today, Will's donated £25 to the cause, so we're now at 650. So we're now only £50 away from another spin, but any amount you can donate to the cause would be very much appreciated. It all goes to Special Effect. Help us, help Special Effect level the playing field.
Indeed. So any amount you could donate, every £100 gets a tombola draw, and of course, every £1,000 we will reach a milestone where you will of course unlock some special rewards. So yeah. Keep watching.
I will provide you with a donation link imminently.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So you know what I've only now just noticed?
Hmm?
The apron of Scone is tied underneath her boobs, so it's not a choice I would suggest you do when you're wearing your apron, but okay.
It's a choice. Not a good choice, but a choice.
Isn't it like just tucked under her corset?
No.
Oh, sorry, Scone.
Yeah,
not Lizzie Bound. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. I guess that's a choice because I think she wanted to try to use her feminine wiles on Manfred von Karma.
Well, good luck with that.
An idea clearly suggested by drugs.
Jags.
I refuse to believe Manfred von Karma actually cares about anyone in that way. I know he has a daughter. That does not change my point of view.
He actually references his wife, I think, in this case at some point.
Oh God, I don't want to imagine what Mrs. von Karma is like, or was like. Anyway, let's get on with it.
Also, someone said the thing, so
you know it.
someone said the thing, so I have to do it.
Drugs.
My thought got skipped.
Oh, my apologies. You may have your thought back.
Thank you. Sorry, I was slightly distracted by thoughts of charity and little nightmares, but anyways. Now, why would Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own little lead detective?
Little
He's
detective.
a little lead detective.
Little detective.
Also, I've seen you buy all the DLCs for Little Nightmares, so you're clearly excited.
Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room.
What about?
About the fact that Ms. Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest.
Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room?
That's right. And I have to say, he looks very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to.
Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who's melted Frost's work.
Sorry,
I
I
do have to say, Bad's theme is probably one of my favorites.
was literally about to say how much I love Bad's theme.
Same brain cell.
Same brain cell. It's a great theme. It really does nail his kind of like gripping detective kind of thought.
I'm gritty.
And I was actually going to kind of comment that the name of the track is, of course, the name Tyrell Bad, but as the name is also called "The Truth Is Never Sweet." The truth is never sweet.
Ah, that's a great reference to the lollipops he's sucking on.
Mm-hmm. Bot! Kill the bot! That's it.
Slaughter them!
Run, bot! Actually, I
You know,
Mods, kill him.
makes you think. What I really need is for like whenever a bot shows up, just to have like mods. It's hunting season. I need like a shotgun.
I thought something more.
Yep.
I said something more like the Queen from Alice in Wonderland, like mods off with his head.
Off with his head.
Lop it off!
See, I was just thinking the portal turrets of target acquired.
Perfect.
Yeah, but those the
see
turrets
you.
don't hit people. We hit bots.
But is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room?
Got a photo of the room right here. If you need it, it's all yours.
Hmm?
Wait, what? Why would you give it to us?
I hold a grudge.
Fair point.
Do I gotta spell it out for you, kid?
How else am I supposed to note it down?
Fair point.
I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out.
I like that.
Detective.
Really, Detective Bed? Mr. Von Kammer won't be happy about this. On the other
Yeah,
hand,
well-
he's never happy about anything.
I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's going to stonewall my investigation, then I'm not going to play by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad.
Wow. I can't believe we won him over, Mr. E.
Well, I haven't the foggiest what you're all going on about, but here's to new friends, eh?
It's definitely nice to have the good detective on our side, that's for sure.
Good detective. When his name is Bad. Ha.
Alright, let's take a look at this photograph.
That's a meme.
And I'm not referring to Nickelback here.
Every
Sure
time
you're
I do,
not.
it makes me laugh.
Really?
They hadn't written.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have written that song by this time.
Shh.
2001.
Here. This is what frost rooms look like. This is what Frost's room looks like right now.
Yikes, that's one huge comb. There's nothing left of a flavored ice sculpture but puddles.
Floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this.
Yeah. Once that was out of the socket, the display case has lost power, and up the temperature went.
It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip.
Wow, that sounds like a very bad idea.
Do
Yeah,
you
and
have any
also-
idea? Sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
It's just judging by the fact that the outlets in Japan-California are as crappy as in the US, this is an accident, not even waiting to happen. It's going to happen.
Eddie,
Yes, notes.
good boy. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged, Detective?
Nope. Still working on that.
The sculptures were beautiful. What a waste.
Okay.
Shit.
No.
Listen, they don't have the character thing, so I get. It's a
Yeah.
struggle. You could say that again. I should. I should have taken a few more bites out of them when I had a chance.
So they tasted good.
Did they ever? I've never tried oysters so scrumptious in all me puff. That is something that I do know as slang. All me puff instead of all me life. That is a thing, I think. Don't quote me on that though. I don't know. I said that to try to get somebody to confirm it.
The phrase "in my puff" means in my life, as in I've never
Thank you.
heard such a load of rubbish in all my puff. The
Thank you.
expression is still widely used in Scotland.
Oh, I didn't realize it was.
The more you know.
I think I specifically learned it from Discworld. Anyway,
Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Now I'm gonna lick the floor instead.
well,
There's no
puff left that salty bit, of course. That was unbearable.
Oh god, Kingdom Hearts is real sea salt ice cream.
I mean, we've got salted caramel for some reason.
If
The
anyone,
end is never the end.
for anyone who likes context, our very good friend here, Mr. Lewis, FTW, is currently playing through the entire Kingdom Hearts series as a marathon.
Dream drop distance.
Funny enough, that was a GameBlast reward a couple of years ago, which you can get him to do more stuff if you donate to GameBlast.
I remember where I was and what I was doing when Lewis came to our chat and said that he decided to make this his award.
It was certainly a choice.
So young, so naive.
Taken by Kingdom Hearts ahead of his time.
The salty bit?
Very
But
quick.
speaking of, I actually like salted caramel, so.
Very
I
quick.
also
So do
like
I.
salted
Just where did it
caramel.
come from?
Very quickly. Very quickly, Lewis. Your Thor game's in. How percentage-wise, how much of the story are you comprehending right about now?
Sorry, that's
Yes.
comprehension.
Good. I will accept that answer.
Okay, cool. Good.
What comprehension? It's Kingdom Hearts.
My name is Ansem.
I keep saying to people I'll explain it, but no one lets me explain it.
Miss,
My
I don't
name-
think there's much to explain. I think that would just end up giving more questions than it answers.
I agree.
My name is
I-
Lewis.
I agree with Lazy Hero in the chat. I also like Kingdom Hearts 2. Yep.
King Hearts 2 is the best one. Also, hi, Fran.
That might be somebody I invited. I'm not positive.
Lazy's my friend.
Never played any of them and
Oh,
never
Okay,
got
never
on.
mind. That's Mist's friend. Never mind.
That's my friend.
Hi!
Mist's friends are our
We're all
friends.
friends here.
Yeah.
You like Kingdom Hearts too? Donate to our Tiltify, please.
I could be your friend if you tried.
Money doesn't go to us, it goes to charity. Please do it. So
Oh,
you
every
can
penny.
check it.
Every penny goes to charity.
Every single penny.
Do it. Go on, please. That'll be amazing.
Donate so that more people are able to play Kingdom Hearts 2.
No.
Anyway, back,
Continue to torture our dear friends.
It's
anyway,
all
back,
about weird rounds this time.
back to the script. Okay.
Isn't this other photo you've got there? This bit, the harpy thing.
Gemini's liar.
No, sir, she's telling the truth.
Oh.
For God's
God.
sake.
And you killed Kay, good job.
Have a crystal for that one.
No.
Yay, I got good grades at horrible puns.
I'm going to
which
go
is-
get our old friend who's going to give you something better.
Oh no. Do you want me to do it?
If you
I
wouldn't
bet-
mind, I believe
Oh.
Mr.
I
Fender
bet-
does require
I think
it.
Burgess scored a rough 4 that just hit the boundary.
Rough what?
A rough 4 that just hit the boundary. It's a cricket joke.
Oh. Ah, well, went over my head.
You know that ain't cricket.
Yeah, to relinquish what my friend Mist said, you get a good time, my friend.
Ah,
No.
no. No.
Oh god, I miss
You're gonna go on a moment if you don't stop with the gold stars.
I miss Professor Beans.
I don't.
I
His
don't.
smile haunts me to this day.
His smile
Design
haunts
is
me.
just so. It's so fucked.
The only reason I
But also-
miss him is I see him through a sniper scope and his smile makes me flinch.
Better aim is getting
He's
better.
literally just He's literally just 20% gums, isn't he?
One of
Yes.
the crystal pictures of the flash up is actually him with a crystal, which is funny.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
God, you didn't.
But thank Burr for that one.
Oh, of course.
Thanks, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but
No, really. No, really.
what we got on stream was Obi-Wan instead.
Yeah, we have a collection of people. We have, of course, Mr. Richard O'Brien himself, who gives that because, of course, we have Obi-Wan because Star Wars, and of course, means there might be more added to this eclectic bunch of crystal givers. Who knows? Okay,
Yes, in time.
in time, it might become a thing. But
Anyway.
anyway.
The MacGuffin
Wait.
dispensers.
That's why it had no strings, because you ate them.
I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you it was all horrible and salty.
Miss Scoll's statement added to the court record.
It's interesting that only one particular part of this particular sculpture tasted different from the rest.
It was probably salted to melt quicker.
And could somebody other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings?
And can this be classed as assault?
No, this is probably more likely in the lines of string theory, but
Sing!
You win this round in a moment.
The kind of comedy you come to Silly Voice Sally for.
I'm going to die.
did you notice anything else, Miss Scone?
Okay, please.
Look of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywinks' work. It was 2 little letters. See if I can draw it for you. There you go. Yeah, it looked just like that.
I know what pH often means, and that doesn't sound
So
good.
it was marking the acidity of the strings.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Huh. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait.
I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that heart without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bow. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well?
What? No, I barely knew him, I swear.
She starts dancing when
she
she's
starts
nervous.
He's melting.
Is that
I love the character
so?
quirks in this. They're really well done.
Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude toward his work.
Take a little partner, do a little two-step, no, see that. No, I just, the sculptures were so carefully made. I didn't think you'd miss something so important.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that.
What makes you say that?
Well, other than the dozy-doed one-step, two-step you're currently doing, I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions. And it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence.
Well, I won't know what you're talking about until you don't, if you don't share. So what are these two pieces of evidence of yours?
Good question.
Ooh. Calling our bluff.
Which two items point to Mr. Frost. This is the first.
Oh.
Salt lamp? Well, the pH, obviously, of the thing.
Yeah, the seal
Yeah.
would be obvious.
Yeah, the seal is quite clearly that.
Take that.
And now, the second.
The only thing that says to me is the fact that they found what looks like it in the box where the Mr. Frost was found.
Maybe.
That's the only thing that makes sense, I think.
We investigated the teapot.
What's on the bottom?
On the
Oh,
bottom.
There's
I thought I caught something on the bottom.
Look, there's something stamped at the bottom. It says "th."
I suppose it must be Paul Helik's pottery mark. Those are his initials, after all. Miss Bound said that she is a big fan of his work.
His initials, huh? So if I made it, it would say EF?
Perhaps you should practice by initialing your personal belongings first, like your notebook.
No, it's a second edition. Flip it over, it says HD.
Miss Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work.
It's not unusual to me.
To initial your work.
No.
Oh dear.
I guess not.
Also, just taking a pause a minute. This is Gregory's theme, and I love it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Very kind of stylized and
But
relaxed.
now I can't get Tom Jones's theme out of my head.
Well, that's not unusual.
It's not unusual to leave your mark behind a kill.
No.
He has that effect on people.
But if you ever find me killing a man,
oh god! See, now I'd be tempted if I was in your position, Miss, to be given it to a Tom Jones, man.
Also, Eddie would hum that, and he would do the Carlton dance from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And Eddie would be like, and Gregory would be like, Eddie, less dancing, more noting.
That's right, dear. It's just like you said. I'm gonna hand it back to drifting. I just need to finish my damn pizza.
I mean, you're a method actor. Your character is eating. You have to be eating too.
Miss Scone, are you still eating?
No, I'm handing this to drifting. I genuinely need to focus on finishing
No,
my pizza.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Chicken wings that just had to let his pH carved in them, plain as day.
PH. Shouldn't it be AF?
No, I think that's online slang.
Why? Because they were cool AF?
I guess so.
It's slang AF.
Well,
Oh
you'd
my,
think
it's
so,
so
but
PHAF.
well,
No,
you'd
it's
think so.
PHAT.
Wow.
Checks if anyone else is still wanting to talk.
No, this happens all the time. You should know this. Go for
I
it.
know.
There was just Eddie making notes.
Please go ahead, Mr. Edgeworth.
ATAF. Got it.
You'd think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene.
I nearly interrupted. Just go. It's not unusual.
Jesus. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. And when pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set.
The same pottery mark?
We have already established that tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Helique. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. A fact of which you are very well aware, correct, Miss Bound?
Well, yes. I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public. So it's the only way to know his works are truly his.
Ah, the
Kind of
Banks.
like the Banksy.
Yeah, the Banksy of the art with the
God damn it, I
Ace of
was
Ten
thinking it as well.
You mean Paul Helique was...
That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity.
I was thinking you're going to go for a bit. Like, do you think Paul Helique was Banksy?
He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was, in fact,
I think sculptor.
I mean, obviously,
It would make more sense, yeah.
a famous sculptor.
Mr. Frost was, in fact, none other than the famed sculptor Paul Helique.
What? Mr. Frost and Paul Helique were the same person?
It's not like the mark's hard to copy, though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was.
It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct.
All right. I'll have the boys look into it.
What, Billy Butcher?
Wrong boys. They're not
Also
on a
Eddie.
payroll.
I'm going to stop doing that now.
I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
And so you admit it. Were you aware of who Mr. Frost really was?
I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Hali. Imagine, his entries in the confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that.
And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point?
What? Why are you asking me that?
The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken.
I must have got it mixed up with the one Sanson took during the judging.
Objection. I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body.
I suppose so.
This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with the new film. One of Mr. Frost's body, and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise.
You do?
Apparently I do. Now, which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bound only took 2 pictures?
Before we select that, I just wanted to raise an objection that a Polaroid camera does not have rolls of film. It has cassettes of sheets of paper with photosensitive film on them.
I can also note this notion from good old Indy.
It says here, a new film cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining.
Wow.
Yeah.
Take that.
The camera?
You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me.
Oh, and it gave us the picture you took of me and Mr. Edward too.
3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining. Out of a total of 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all the photos you took.
Mr.
Perhaps
E,
then.
no. Mr. E, no. They could be notes.
Eddie.
Okay, writing that down.
Don't write. No, Eddie, don't note that. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to.
I'm so sorry. I confess. I've been lying to you.
Huh. These are all shots of Frost's room.
I'm so sorry.
It's like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle.
And when they were taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet. Wait! Don't tell me! It was you!
It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was.
You are? Why?
Well, you see, a I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that there might be ruins, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did that make them melt?
I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing.
By mistake? Are you sure?
How do you trip without noticing?
I think maybe it's a mistranslation, like the idea that she pulled it while she was walking in and didn't realize. Because yeah, she tripped, she would have noticed. But
Oh yeah. It's like, "Ah!"
I just have one more objection. Ice sculptures that big don't melt that quickly.
true.
I didn't notice it at the time. But well,
Also, if there's salt in there, then maybe it could.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces?
That seems a little too convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. But I'm not in a position to refute it either.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth.
Yeah, what he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bound.
Thank you.
Mr. Edgeworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps.
Mr. Frost's room updated in the court record.
Lemming, I have a question to you.
Yes.
How hard is it to say Mr. Edgeworth instead of Mr. Edgewaith?
I'm a seasoned actor.
Aren't we all? Oh God.
I
We all
rest
are
my-
in this
Oh, no.
I rest
But
my
yes,
case.
I do often feel myself twinging towards Edgeworth, and I need to stop myself.
It's very cute how you voice Gumshoe though with the Mr. H voice. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
We love Gumshoe.
this is
in
Mr.
that.
Edgeworth.
I love Gumshoe.
All right, here we go. Are you infernal nuisances still here? You don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not part of this investigation.
Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless.
It seems you don't know when to shut up either. But I commend you on your stubbornness.
Mr. Von Comma? I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Gusto.
Oh, we need someone to replace Gusto.
Who's
Hang on.
Gusto?
Weird. Antonio
I saw-
Banderas, think.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh, Antonio Banderas. What?
That's
Oh,
how,
God.
that's how David
Spanish.
does it.
That's the difference. Or go whatever you want. But Gusto, he's a confectioner. Not a very good one either.
I'll put a default for now. No
Carmelo
concern of
Gusto.
mine. Show me the character, I'll put the voice to it.
He's on the screen right now.
On screen.
Oh, this one.
This
Yeah.
one.
No concern of mine.
There we go.
Perfect.
Very good.
That'll do.
I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Gadamer agrees.
Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto.
Mm.
You went to Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
You heard nothing. I mean, sure, I was.
Objection! Eichwart! Silence! You want to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Should be bound, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are accomplice of the accused Samson Tanaroga.
Hmm?
No!
I will be interrogating you personally. So you had better get your story in order.
That's the worst threat I've heard in my life. Being personally interrogated by Von Karma. I would rather not.
I'm scared.
I don't think anyone would like that.
Wait, please. I'm not done questioning her myself.
And you think I care because?
Because justice system? Because fair trial?
Bad. Gusto, and you Skern. I have questions for all of you. And I expect answers.
Van der Meer.
Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins.
I wish I had a gun.
God, I hate that guy.
He took literally everyone with him.
Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either.
What? What do you mean? Now we can look at all the rooms, just unsupervised.
Oh no, not unsupervised.
Perhaps it's time we get going anyway. It is getting rather late.
Okay.
I hope the snow is left.
You're right. Home time, I guess. Oh! Guess my stomach's in agreement too.
All right, let's go grab a burger. My own stomach starts grumbling too.
Yeah, my favorite Aldoon's burgers. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need them fighting fit for tomorrow.
We will indeed. And our first port of call will be Mr. Tangaroa.
Oh, but we'll also need a replacement for, right?
That's true.
Oh dear.
This is the Divot episode. He's not even here. that's sad. For the context on it, we do miss the Divot. Divot is Divot is one of our regular cast members who is often here with us, but unfortunately he has work often means he sometimes can't be here. Unfortunately, but we miss him and we send him all our best. If you're watching this, Div.
Yeah, we miss him and we love him.
As we're in between bits, we must encourage everybody to
Yes.
donate to our Tiltify cause, supporting Special Effect by way of GameBlast 25, which is happening 21st to 23rd of February. If you would like to support us as we assist Special Effect as they help disabled gamers be able to game as well as anybody should, then please consider going to the tiltify.com/@weirdftw/weirdblast25. I will put the link back on chat if you did not see it to begin with. But please, any donation you can do would be very much appreciated. But if we get to £700 raised tonight, then we'll spin the tombola O Stream Promises.
And if we get to 1,000 for tonight, you also get to the first milestone of our to reach our £5,000 goal, which mine will be a 12-hour live stream and a stream of the game Stay. Weird. What do they get with you?
Oh goodness, I having to remember things. Laura, what would they do at 1,000 while I try to remember my own?
Through my brain fog, I've just about remembered. 8 hours of a little showcase event. I'm going to look at the unofficial sort of Sonic game community, particularly looking for those that are made by the fans, because some of them fan developers are quite good, yo.
Nice. And I now remember it will be a 12-hour, possibly themed live stream from me. Only 12 hours though. We've done 24 hours. I'm done suffering.
Yep, he is done suffering.
Unless we get to like 10,000, in which case I'll do it again.
Well, you're planting a flag now, and that's unfortunate.
10,000, 24 hours.
To be fair, yeah, 10,000. We're not going to reach that.
No, we wouldn't reach that unless.
Oh god. Anyway, December 25th, 10 a.m. Detention Center, visitors room.
Christmas
Day.
Famous.
I didn't know this was all happening at Christmas.
Mary Chrysler.
Hey, it's Miss Bound.
It's Grisman.
Merry Crisis.
Oh, Mr. Fender. Mr. Edgeworth.
Happy Crumble.
I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday.
She looks rather tired.
And boy, how does the voice have to feel like it too? Yeah.
Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you?
Yeah. Oh, he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures.
Baby!
Grip it and rivet, baby.
And are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too?
Yes. I'm terribly worried about him.
Could we break into song again?
Detective Bad? What are you doing back there?
Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon.
Not sure how anyone just happens to be at the detention center, but okay.
Not sure anyone just happens to be there. Hello.
We need someone to do Tangaroa.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also
Oh.
need to just re-put up Tangaroa because he has 2 variations, not like everyone else.
What's
Now.
with his hair?
I was about to say the same thing.
That's
Yeah.
the variation.
Well.
Yeah, but the thing
Yes.
is, we've seen him just yesterday. Well,
Yeah.
Look,
I've
look
seen, but
normal.
not.
Yesterday in the past.
yeah.
Stress does
Yeah.
weird things to a body, okay?
Interrogations by Von Karma must be really stressful.
Damn.
My hand is raised in offer unless someone else wants to take it.
I will warn you, he sings.
I'm okay with this.
Go for it.
I'm not
Think-
sure what voice.
He is what would you, he's Maori, isn't he, Laura? Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
he's a
he is.
The name is Mary, yes.
Yeah, the
Yes,
name is
no.
Maori, so you can give
So-
him.
So you
a
have
New
to
Zealand.
do the haka dance scene.
he's big, bombastic, he
God.
dances and sings, and he's a confectioner.
But he's
So-
very tired right now. It appears.
Good morning.
Oh, we've had a donation!
Woo!
Yeah, so we're just getting a donation come through.
Oh,
And
oh.
what is it? I've not yet the message come up. We've reached it! We've reached it! Gregory Edgeworth donated £51.52. Thank you very much, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, for the donation.
With the message saying, Eddie, donations.
We're very sorry. It also says it in dollars on everybody but Weird's stream. That's just a quirk. We're trying to iron it out as best as we can.
51
If we
pounds,
can't,
52
then
bits.
accept it's
Yeah.
just all in pounds, and it's not actually dollars.
We're off
Eddie.
either pounds or in weird Khajiit money. Thank you so much for the donation. We will do a spin at the appropriate time.
Yeah, we'll probably do a spin at the end of the show, although you can also compound those, and if you get an extra £100, that's another spin. So don't feel like...
Have we had a break yet?
No, but the break will be coming up soon. We could have do it on the break, but we could do it,
Yeah,
we'll do it at 8, which is when we usually do
Okay.
for a break. So
Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Right.
Thank you so much, everybody.
thank you very much,
Yeah.
everyone.
Eddie, have you been using my bank account card again?
I thought you did that donation.
Might have forgotten that it was me. Regardless.
Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you?
Von Karma happened to him.
Oh no! Samson! What did they do to you?
They didn't seem to want to let me slip.
That's a war crime.
I had no idea delegations could be so involved. Ooh,
Certainly crimes against humanity, if not a war crime, because you're not technically at war.
sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little... Ooh,
I think
sorry.
it counts as psychological torture, and that's
Yeah.
against the Geneva Convention, so...
Oh, 100%, yeah.
They're not letting you sleep.
That's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad?
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy that put on the case before me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do. which is why I'm doing what I can to help.
It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now if it weren't for him. I'm doing some sort of operatic sort of.
No, go for it.
Yeah.
It works.
Because Maori, I have no clue.
I was saying you could just make him sound like he's from New Zealand, because that's
Which
Oh,
is
God.
which is tricky in my experience. For
Mm.
it is
Hmm.
tricky, but it's easier
listening
than
to New
trying to
Zealand
like
friends of mine, yeah.
than
But
just
also-
being given like
He has lived in
Maori.
he has lived here in Japan, California
for
for who
sure.
knows, so he may not even have an accent. So
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's just that, like, if you wanted to try some, like, a specific accent, it's like, this is an easier target, and also actually a descriptive one, because I don't know if Maori technically, like, is specific enough an accent. That's, because also it's such a widespread, like, there's such a widespread group of, like,
Mm.
that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
all that, you know?
Also,
Okay.
also, we don't know whether his family didn't come to Japanifornia at the beginning of the 20th century, which means
Yeah.
he would be as much Japanifonian as everyone else.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, it's
No.
not necessarily, yeah.
yeah, but the operatic thing works.
Yeah, the operatic thing absolutely works. Though also, like, it is very funny because our version of Japanifornia, a lot people do not have American accents, which is, I think, the funniest part of it.
That is quite ironic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems.
He is a good boy.
Damn right.
He's a good bad. All right, Eddie. Let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa.
I'm so bad.
Um,
I'm good.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lee, I can't read my own writing. I was writing in shorthand, and now I have no idea what I wrote.
What do you
God, I
mean you have
feel
no
that in
idea
my
what you wrote?
soul.
Eddie, the sole purpose of you is to write notes.
Yeah, but not read notes.
You never specified they had to be readable.
He said write notes. Nothing about reading them.
I'm just
He
picturing
take-
like fools on you. I can't read.
Yeah, he takes the note. Gregory takes the notebook away and has a look at it. It's like, Eddie, I meant writing notes, not musical notes, for Christ's sake.
Turns out
Eddie,
Eddie's a musical
Oh.
genius.
Goodness
Eddie, you
gracious.
missed your calling. You should have been a doctor.
And all this distraction gives me enough time to do a Google search. Easy way to do a New Zealand accent.
Oh God.
No,
Well, if he's gonna go for it, people.
God.
I don't know if
Right.
I will. We'll see. We'll see.
Sometimes when I'm aiming for Australia, I do slide into New Zealand personally.
To be fair, we have seen my awful German today. So
Yeah.
to fair.
No,
fine.
it was,
I think the
it
German's
was
good.
very good German, and also
I would s-
watching a lot of Peter Jackson interviews. If you replace every vowel with a sound E, it's pretty much New Zealand accent.
Well, when
Okay.
in Rome, or should I say, when in Aotearoa? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a picture of Gregory right now, it'd be with him with his face over his hand over his face. Mr. Tangaroa, we found quite a bit if you'd like to hear it.
It just reminds me of the Picard facepalm. And
No,
that's the image I'm having in
no.
my head.
Of course, thank you.
Are you alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kinda PTSD'd.
Your motto's going haywire.
And his blood sugar might be running a little low. Do you have a jockey bar?
Oh, Samson.
Do we have anything that might give him a little extra boost? Actually, I think we do.
Do we have
Oh,
a
God, we
Snickers
do.
bar?
Can we get
Is that-
some drugs from Miss Scun?
I'm pretty sure we got some chocolates from Miss Bound, didn't we?
I was literally about to say, Laura, if you didn't do it,
We
I would
have the
have.
sweets.
We do indeed have the sweets.
You only get my drugs if you pay me, dearie.
I think the drugs need to be higher volume.
Chocolate for me.
Oh, those are the chocolates that
I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa, but the rules here don't exactly allow me to do so.
Oh, please, my blood sugar level. It's a shame, but rules are rules at the bottom.
There must be some way that we can hand them to him, right, Detective Bed?
You could class my mouth as an evidence locker.
I really do hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful nod looks in his direction.
The puppy
Stare.
eyes. Gregory right now doing just puppy eyes.
I'm giving slight hand gestures just to kind of emphasize the point.
Loud staring tisk. Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect.
You can
Thank
try
you,
one.
Detective Bad.
If they're not, I'll just eat them myself and go home.
My
There.
hero.
I'm touched. Thank you, detective.
Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight.
Thank you for the like, Mr. Bell. We appreciate it.
Hey, that's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Happy lurk.
There's another me.
Yeah, for a crazy moment, I thought I was missed doing lurk.
I was confused for a moment there. Yeah, just like you're in the show.
Here.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah. Keep it down, will you? For both our sakes.
Oh, God, I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Please.
Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot.
I didn't do it for you. It was my call.
Do you
Did
want
do it.
one?
Didn't do it
Of
for
course,
you,
Detective.
Baka.
Exactly. He's such a
Yeah,
Cinderella.
I was about to ad lib that, like, I guess you're a tsundere after all.
He is.
Man, sweetness, I was distracted. I feel like a man reborn. Nah, were they your handiwork, Judy?
Yes. How were they?
Oh no.
Now is your time.
Feel them melt, soft and smooth. Chocolate that'll comfort and soothe. Ear to ear, head to toe, smile and savor the taste as it flows. It's delicious.
Yeah, a round of applause.
That was remarkably.
That was
well done. Oh my God.
remarkable.
Hang on. I have a button for this.
And now the roses and see now I want to see Div do that and see how different it would be.
Oh my God.
I was so weird. I was like, damn.
I'm surprised. Okay, I picked the right voice for it. Never mind New Zealand. I'm just going to go with this.
The operatic flair is obviously working on you.
They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh, so flavorful. Thank you, Judy.
I'm so glad you like them.
And I'm glad you're back to your old self.
And I was hoping
he's
she
not.
will break into song now.
Nah, my apologies, rodents. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair.
Food is crummy. How many M's is crummy?
7.
Crummy.
Just the usual.
Me.
French fries, ham sandwich, pizza slice with a bit of mold on the end, stuff like that.
Not even a lick of mayo.
Not the French
Yes.
fries.
Not the
And
French.
fries with the French.
They put French dressing on the French fries. That's not how it works.
Oh.
Oh, woe is me.
You're telling me that the French fried this? Oh God.
Oh no.
Well, that can be good.
And
you
we
can't-
reset the counter again.
No, never trust the French, and yet I
It's just-
couldn't taste a thing.
By this point, I should have a pop-up that says weeks since last offended the French, and just yeah.
I mean, that's very easy to accomplish, so.
It's been 0 days since the last offending the French.
We love
watching-
the French.
Just watching as that timer, the counter just goes back down to 0, like.
It wouldn't take that long.
Eddie, you can't draw pictures of food and try to eat it. It doesn't work that way.
Well, they may as
But
well
it-
have done.
But it tastes just like French fries.
Oh, if only. That would make my life so much easier.
All this flavoring, yet I couldn't even taste a bloody thing.
If you could do that, I'd still starve. I can't draw worth a shit.
No,
Excuse
not
me,
draw,
what?
Just write the word down.
Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene.
Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share?
Yeah, GOG is adding new games all the time.
That's good.
Yeah, Detective, did you play the new Dino Crisis? So cool.
Both of them, yeah. Not all the way through yet, but it's pretty good. But, oh
Dinosaur.
yeah, you were right about the victim's identity.
This is
The
the
Silver Voices show is not sponsored by GOG, but would be sponsored if they were willing.
GOG, call us.
this is the producer that was going to speak in and say that. Thank you much to the disappointed voice that gave that disclaimer. Thank you very much, Laura.
Beat me to it.
Also, producer. I guess I am kind of the producer. I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Slash
Yeah.
director.
K director.
Okay, well, K is casting director.
I'm casting
Yeah,
director.
casting
Yeah.
director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So
Anyway.
we all have our parts. I'm firearms advisor and actor.
I'm the
Technically,
caterer because
also-
I'm the caterer because I'm serving.
Nice.
You are.
Frost worked as a sculptor in France. Again with the French! Where he was known as Paul Halik.
Of course.
Auntie Frost. Wait, Auntie Frost was Paul Halik? I never would have imagined.
Poor Mr. Halik. To be French.
And once again, we zero the timer. Do you know what? Maybe I should just have the timer have minutes, seconds, and hours instead of days.
Here, E. Have this hammer. Reset it with that instead. It might work better.
So the famous sculptor was a French after all, huh?
Not even a real Frenchman.
Rude. Why would you fake being French?
This all would certainly explain why Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. A bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess you'll never finish them now.
It's not my fault. He never finished his greatest masterpiece.
Nah. Seems he was making statues for each season. But he never got around to the winter constellations.
Winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? Because apparently Japanifonia, they are in winter?
So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set.
Yeah, and now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no! Miss Bound, I was blaming you!
I am.
Wow.
He is.
Hedgehog looking.
No.
Yeah,
One last thing.
I saw that picture.
I would like to hear in Idris Elba's voice, like, I'm blaming you, Hedgehog.
I can't do that. But Idris, if you ever see this, I want to come on the show.
Oh God.
Yeah, Idris Elba, call us. We'll take you next time as a guest character.
Hopping on
Right.
Twitter.
Oh, Christ.
Seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work.
I don't even pay you lot. I don't, you know.
Yeah, you
Guys are
don't.
getting paid.
You don't
Does-
pay
does-
us.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're saving for Idris Elba.
Like I earn money from this show.
Hey, we'd pay E-Bag if he could get yourself for an episode.
Yeah, we paid to be on this show.
Oh, you're too
So
kind.
Paid to be on the
Idris Elba.
show. Hold on.
I said the line.
Yeah, I know you said the line. I'm just basking in that.
So the fact that most of the people here are sub to your channel does mean we're paying to be here.
Ironically, yes. There's a reason I said I felt a little bit dirty when Mist and Lemming did resub at the beginning of the day stream, as I mentioned.
I'm
It's
doing
fine.
it anyway. It feels weird to watch adverts on a show I'm in.
We sub to you because we love you, not because we want to be on the show.
Ah, well, you're
That's
too
it.
kind.
I was
Every
about to say also Amazon Prime, but
Yeah,
I feel
do
that's a
do
bit
Prime
cheesy.
Prime.
Thanks, Bezos.
I don't have Amazon Prime. I refuse to have Amazon Prime. I'm just subscribing to my friends out of
that is
my
fair.
pocket.
Thanks, Bezos. Thanks, Bezos. If I fuck you, but I'm also taking your money. So what up?
Yep.
Give us more of your money, and fuck you.
Every statue cost him millions to make,
Damn it.
which means he was always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt.
That would be unfortunate.
I guess not even famous artists are saved from money problems.
You.
Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest?
That's the longest. That is the longest
Hashtag
hashtag
ever.
I've seen in a while.
I've tweeted and blue skied it.
Oh, for God's sake! To be fair, if it gets the show exposure, I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
None. Guy didn't even tell his family.
I see.
All right. I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another card. But I can't be hanging around here any longer.
Understood, Detective. We'll see you again shortly.
They did a really good job with the sprites, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, very much so.
Loading up. He's a good man.
He certainly is. And an uncompromising one. Someone who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in.
You're damn right.
and just scare the shit out of everybody he meets.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
I'm just outside the door. He's an amusing
It's almost
one.
like he was here with us.
Now you were going to tell me about what you learned yesterday.
Of course. Allow me to give you a full report.
Most taste.
I've got to very quickly decipher Eddie's notes.
Thank you for that. And allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf.
I'm sorry, but I can't stop saying it. I'm so sorry.
Mood.
It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we'd learned the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two?
By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can.
Now, what can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest?
The contestants, let's see, it was Miss Gordon. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and dozen, at least up through the semi-finale. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semi-finale as well.
Which was?
They were made of ham! I mean, it tasted identical to Mr. Frost's, who also made theirs out of ham! They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing.
Huh? And what exactly did his work taste like?
Like a big pig. I mean, there should be a photograph back at my mansion. My big, very big mansion.
I'll show you it later. Let me read that line again. I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth.
Much appreciated, Miss Bell.
But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime.
So, were you able to finish judging it? Even though his body had been discovered in the meantime.
Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I had completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the lyre, I believe. I'd never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song.
I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good?
Filthy, filthy liar.
I'd like to hear more about that, if you don't mind.
Ah, you want to sing song? Do you?
No, not the singing, the liar.
Oh.
You're quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work?
I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case.
Mr. Tangaroa, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me?
Would you believe they never gave me a tango sponsorship?
So the part you tried was the liar, the one shown here without any string.
There were strings originally. There's no strings on me. That was the part I ate.
So the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all, and he enjoyed them?
Interesting. Didn't we hear from Scone that she'd said them as well?
Yep.
Did someone replace them in the meantime to...
I I mean,
She
that-
said she ate
Salty.
one string, to be fair,
There are
We'll,
no
we'll,
strings
we'll
on
need to
me.
check with
and,
Mr.
and said it
Tangaroa
was
that
so
they were
salty that she hated
Yeah.
it. Miss Scones said that she told us she ate that part of the lyre as well. But she said it was far too salty for her to finish.
Well, then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste.
Something wrong? How so exactly?
He has COVID.
There's a taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors.
If it wasn't gonna be Bert, by God, it was gonna be me.
And I suspect I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now.
That would explain why the food here seemed so bland to him.
What? But your taste buds are your livelihood.
Even if there were some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation.
That won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion. My very big
What?
mansion.
Oh wow, he's practicing alchemy
Oh.
now, is it? Okay.
I'm a wizard!
Well, that
You're a what?
A wizard!
Who is it?
I'm a
And a
wizard.
damn
Gregory.
good one.
I'm sorry, but you do?
I do! I'm a wizard, Gregory. You can take a look at it for yourself, if you like.
Samson! We can't show that recipe to just anybody.
Johnny! Mr. Wentworth is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him.
It's getting
Yes, the
wild.
Two people you should never have secrets for are your attorney and your medical staff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is getting wild. Suddenly, a cure for a taste bud disorder.
Indeed.
Well, we just mentioned anyway.
Is it gonna be called something like Flavor Flavium or something?
If it is,
Oh
I'm going to cry.
God, I will punch something.
I will cry.
This-
I can't wait.
Dysflavoria.
Dysflavia.
Cease, please.
Flavanarium.
Where's
Oh, God. Okay. Yes, you're right, of course. If that's what you wish.
Taste Nottingham.
Flavafolium. Yeah, damn it.
I'm hovering over this that button, I have you realize. I'm hovering over it.
What on earth is the secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding?
Well, I suppose I should be getting back.
All right, we'll be right behind you.
Oh,
Junie. Junie,
Yes? Yes, Samson? You only have to say the neat ones.
there's more to life than just me.
Huh?
Please, Junie, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around.
Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting right there at the mansion until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, Miss Bound.
Julie,
Well, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes.
Oh my god, I just realized the pun of her fucking name. She's duty bound.
Yeah.
Ow.
Why'd you even say all that to her?
Because I'm worried about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own.
What do you mean?
But the Halik collection, the candy making, the wizardry, it's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me.
I guess that makes sense.
He really does see her as his own child. And what parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? And what parent wouldn't want to do everything they could to protect? I know exactly how he feels at this moment.
Also, she's 16. She is a child.
I think I've asked you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, you're leaving. I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session.
Ah, yes. We'll have to do something about that.
You'll speak to the police for me?
That too. But I'll be putting in something else in place as well.
A gun.
An ace up our sleeve for when the time comes.
A
What
gun.
comes a gun?
If you're thinking about a gun, perhaps not. But I do look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
We'll be back and we will bring you a gun. You will have a gun, Mr. Tangaroa. And we'll
Eddie,
be
we
back to
can't
brief
get
you
him
every
a
day.
gun.
You'll bring me a
And we'll
gun
bring
every
you more
day?
chocolate. We'll bring you one gun every day.
Eddie.
Eddie, no.
Eddie. We cannot
No.
bring Mr. Tangaroa a gun.
Edgeworth, allow me. Eddie, notes.
Yes. Here you are. I'll bring you more notes tomorrow and a gun. And Judy too.
Thank you, Eddie. I'll look forward to it.
Mr. Tangaroa, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Kammel will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. And it will make it that much harder for me to save you.
I understand, and I'll try.
I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that.
I got it. More singing. Fair enough.
Oh, also, it is really fucked up that he's being interrogated without a lawyer present.
May I recommend
Yeah, break?
a
Yes.
break,
Perfect opportunity for us to do so.
It is break time.
While you do this, shall we kick off a spin, or shall we do that once we come back from the break?
Let's have a quick break and we'll do it after we come back from the break.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen, go and have yourself a beverage, and we shall be right back for Silly Voices Saturday. On your way!
Break. Hammer time.
Press.
And we are back for part 2 of Silly Voices Saturday, and it's time for us to do a spin as I reveal the camera. Hello, Mr. Lewis.
Shifting to a
Hi.
scene of silly faces.
What? That weren't me that time. It's over here. It's silent. I will not be accused of crimes.
He says this.
Thank you, everybody, for coming through with all the donations tonight. It has been fantastic. Get to 800. We're going to do this again. Let me show you what we're doing. Here's a little spin. I always forget which way I've got to spin it. This is the warm up. Someone tell me to stop.
I will tell you to stop. Objection.
Laura!
Ooh, Laura!
Yikes!
And Scarf was sad. He still hasn't had one.
Oh, it'll happen soon.
And the number is number 4.
Oh, nice.
It's your personally made jams. Out of the 6 tombola possibilities you have, an audience vote.
Let me just quickly remind myself of what that was again, because again, brain fog is occurring.
Number 4.
I can tell you if you want. I can tell you.
I can get it myself. I'm a
okay,
big girl. I'm a big girl. I can read myself. It's fine.
Yes, we're getting there, R2.
Yes, R2. We're just getting to that. So number 4.
Aha!
Yes. Yeah, our little personal thing that we put in here, and theme of this is most of us have put forward to do some kind of an audience vote, which allows all of our communities to get involved with voting for something in that one. And mine's going to be that as well. So if we get to the 1,000 big milestone one, that's where I do my unofficial Sonic game showcase, showing off a bunch of stuff made by fans of the Blue Blair. But now, what we will do is I will then hold a vote afterwards as to which of the fully completed fan projects I will then dedicate like more time to be like a more substantial playthrough series. The choices are sort of up in the air at the moment still, because I will still need to decide what games are going to be showcased. But I'll try and pick some of the projects that have been like fully completed, or at least are like substantial enough for some kind of a dedicated series, and y'all will be able to vote for that afterwards. So go ahead and look forward to that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
With that, let's return to the show. Yeah.
If we get to 800, we'll do it again.
December 25th, 11:03 a.m. Contest venue.
Oh, here I am.
Fountain room.
That is his thinking face.
I'm thinking. Don't bother me.
Yes.
A miss?
Detective Bad, thank you again for what you did earlier.
I just said don't bother me.
Yeah, thanks a ton. Also, what is that policeman doing?
Hello, Detective Bad. I'm bothering you.
Sorry, I was quickly grabbing a bite to eat before continuing.
I was about to go like, Gregory, lines.
Gregory stopped off for a bap on his way to the fountain room.
What are you talking about?
How the turns have tabled.
There's no need to be shy about it.
Eddie.
Never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here, looking to investigate some more?
We are indeed. We'll need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroo.
Also, a quick note, if one of the police officers chimes in, I would like one of them. Because
Sure.
I saw a pair of feet of a second one somewhere.
It's a pair of feet, not a parakeet.
Yeah.
And I'll take a Delicia back, or yay, nay.
We'll see when she shows back up.
Okay. Because I don't have a preference. I'm cool taking a backseat because it's like I'm having so much fun. I forget I'm in this sometimes.
Okay, catch.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown.
What? But we need to see those other rooms.
This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably gonna hand in that too.
I bet she's updating it as we speak.
I don't expect to speak with anyone except those cops and Miss Bound. Everybody else is gone. And I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers.
Is this all just a game to him? Why does he have to go this far?
Eddie, bad news, you are in the game.
So what's your plan of action, Detective?
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised.
You have my gratitude.
And you have my bow.
Eddie, where did you get that bow from?
Don't worry about it.
The police locker, don't worry about it.
And my axe!
And my lollipop.
And a fully armored dwarf just appears from the fountain.
And my gun.
You have a gun?
There we go.
How do you break out? Oh, obviously you have a gun.
No, he breaks out in song. We all know that much.
Ah.
Just you wait, Von Karma. I'm gonna beat you in the head with a rusty poker until you're dead.
Eddie!
Jesus.
Behave.
Chill it out a bit. I'm still a cop here.
Please excuse my associate. He's not had
Not
his
right in
McDonald's
the
this
head.
morning.
I'm a teen. I'm still not fully in grasp of my emotions.
Eddie,
Sure.
notes.
You don't even have a grasp of your emoticons.
Oh my god, Detective Bad, what year are you from? It's called emoji now.
No, well, it's 2001, so it is.
What in the
Still
world are
not-
both of you talking about?
None of your business, Granddad.
Dadworth strikes again.
Back to the case of subject, Detective. Can we conduct a brief investigation of the area?
I don't know, can you?
Sure, but like I said, everywhere else is off bounds. You probably won't be seeing those rooms again.
I'm so glad that got a bark of laughter from Kay.
It was very good.
That's fine. As long as there's at least some way to do continuing of investigation, we'll make do.
Begin investigation. Contents venue fountain room. Right.
Shimmy back and forth to the dinner.
There's a drum set here, decorated to look as if it were made out of cakes. They must play it on Bacon Bop. Detective, about these drums.
We already checked. There's nothing inside any of them, except the bass. Except the bass drum. There's a rolled up newspaper and a cement block for some reason. And no sign of anything having put inside or taken out either. They're not relevant to the case. Oh, you were saying?
You've already done your homework, I see.
Yeah. I may like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker.
Oh, that's
I know how to play the drums.
That's a great line. That is an absolutely great line from him. Sorry, I just love that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Detective, but why is the big drum made out of biscuits?
Don't worry about it.
It's
It's
Eddie
plastic.
notes.
Oh, they're all made out of cake. Okay, I got it.
It seems these instruments are used on Mr. Tangaroa and Miss Bound's TV show, Bacon Ball. There are some of the few things in here that aren't made of candy. Is it just me, or does the detective seem a little disappointed?
He's also made of cake.
What, the detective?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm just that sweet.
Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating?
Sir,
Huh?
I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir.
And? What do you find?
Chocolate and what looks like flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavorings and colorings match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's art sculptures.
Those little rivers flow from all 4 artists' rooms right here to this fountain. Guess that's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there.
And that's not all, sir. We also found blood.
Start with that next time!
No!
Why is there blood in the water?
It's to build tension.
Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, Detective.
I don't want to, I'm tense enough.
Take another look at the scene in front of us. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
You're right. I don't remember anybody mentioning they'd remove the blood along with the body.
The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, as was part of the chocolate chest that pooled on. I believe the blood probably belonged to...
I mean, come on, this is a trick
the
question.
victim?
I mean, it's gotta be the victim, right?
Yeah.
The victim, huh? I mean, makes sense. I'll have the guy compare it with the blood on the murder weapon. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's.
Why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this?
Victim's blood added to the court record.
Blood.
Ah, Miss Bound. We're here to continue our investigation.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about earlier.
She's still looking kind of down at the dance mystery.
She must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tangaroa had to say.
I found the photograph of the same final entries for you. Here. It's all yours.
Wow, Miss Scone sure knows how to make a cute cake.
Yeah. Samson loved her design for that one. And he loved the designs and flavors of Mr. Gusteau and Mr. Frost's entries too. The only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, the respective entries for the final tasted nothing alike, it seems.
Was there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final?
Nothing major. But I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusteau's son was always here with him throughout the contest. But he was nowhere to be seen during the final.
Why would his son come and hang out at the contest venue at all? You're sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this?
Of course. I hope it helps with your investigation.
Semi-final entries added to the court record.
Oh, and I also have this book containing the recipes for the cure Sansa mentioned.
Angel's Cookbook.
We've seen this before. It was in the chocolate frame in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but it's not my
that's
line.
my line. It was in the chocolate frame. Tangaroa's room.
How dare you steal my line?
Sir.
I've heard about sharing the brain cell, but I didn't think of it that literal.
I think this is called sharing the script.
That's right. He put it on display there so that everybody could see the grand prize.
What? The cure is in the ultimate cookbook?
I mean, it is the ultimate cookbook.
So, it's not a book of dessert recipes, I take it?
Oh no! We told the contestants, of course. But I guess nobody told you yet.
So the contestants all knew what the ultimate cookbook was the whole time.
Ultimate Cookbook added to the court record. A book containing formulas for creating cure for taste disorders and other chemical and pharmaceutical items.
Huh.
Ha!
Makes sense why Scon might want it.
It does, yeah. I was just thinking that.
I will say, Miss, when you do your quiet voice, you are barely just about discernible on the microphone to me.
Yeah.
I do apologize.
That's fine.
I'd like to hear. Sorry, go
I was
ahead.
just- Is this cookbook co-written by Mr. W. White?
Because as we all know, this is probably going to be just a cookbook for
Drugs.
Yes.
We have to cook.
Let them cook.
I'd like to hear more about the cookbook, if you don't mind, Miss Bound.
Oh, sorry.
So, if I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines.
Exactly. Or rather, totally new medications that haven't made it to market yet, to be precise.
Yeah, sticking it to Big Pharma.
To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example,
Ah,
it'd be worth a fortune.
There we go.
We
But
tried.
why make that the grand prize in a confectionery contest?
it is. Bad seems to have a good head on his shoulders because, yeah, that's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Mr. Tangaroa is the sole heir of the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you've heard of the Tangaroa Group? Gosh, what down the bird voice is currently.
I didn't catch.
By the way.
I think we lost Eddie.
Oh,
There's
Oh.
a, yeah, there's.
Uh-oh.
He said he went. Oh, sorry, and then just went muted.
Probably
Okay.
cat stuff.
probably got stuff. In that case, I'll take over Eddie temporarily.
Sorry, your head, yeah.
The Tangaroa Group. Yeah, I think I heard of them somewhere before.
You're
Yes.
glad you get to break out that voice, huh?
Yes.
It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest and most scary corporations are the ones you've never heard of.
Oh yes, that new Cold Killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went on sale. I always reach for
I
a
don't
Cold. Exactly.
I don't know if anyone else remembers / is aware, but Cold Killer X was a element of a case back in Trials and Tribulations, or I guess forward in this case. College-age Phoenix, aka Feeny, was using it to try to cure his cold, and that is, yeah.
I always.
tried my best.
He did. I always reach for a Cold Killer when I'm feeling under the weather.
Which is neither, as far as I've seen.
I'm
I'd like
always
to
all
hear-
chipper, Mr. E. You know me.
Eddie, note.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to hear more about the Tangaroa group, if you don't mind.
Tangaroa group.
So, did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over his parents and go into the family business?
No. He preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. Then, when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook.
But why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize?
Because the guy is crackers, surely, Mr. A.
I'm back now. I'm sorry I was away, but I had a missing persons emergency.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh.
That's okay.
Is everything all right?
Because my neighbor came asking where Bones was. It turns out he again buried himself in my presence.
Aw.
That should be. To be fair, with a pan, that should be the first place you looked.
Yeah.
That's fine. I took over Eddie briefly for you.
Ah, thank you.
You can take him back.
Yeah. Got him.
He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. But it would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it.
That's fair.
I'll bet the board of directors loved that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else?
Oh, they hated the idea, of course. Which is why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangaroa group wanted her to win the book back for them.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Spicy.
That almost sounds like a motive.
So you knew she was a pharmacist all along?
Hello, Connor. Yes, can you believe it? We're at 700 now. Wow.
And it still wasn't yours, John. Sorry.
Hello, Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Hi, Connor.
Hello, Connor.
Hello,
Damn.
Connor, my old friend.
Hello, Connor. Hello, Connor. How long
Hi,
can we
Mark.
keep? How long can we keep this going? Hello, Connor.
At least he's not.
I'm gonna take this joke.
At least he's not Hugh O'Connor.
Oh, thank God.
Right. I think I'm going to be doing something that I don't think I've done on the show before and say, could somebody borrow the voice of Judy for me because I need to rest.
No, absolutely. You go and
Okay.
get some.
Completely fine.
Go get some sleep.
You rest, Laura.
Yeah.
Laura, you've done
I'll-
marvelously.
I'll-
So-
Yes.
Yeah, I'll stick around for sure, but I just
Okay.
need the voice.
You
to
can rest
not
your
have-
voice.
All right,
yes.
rest the voice. Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Cheers.
Okay. Who wants to take Judy?
I got
Yeah.
her because I haven't had a character in a little bit.
All right then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's tastes. I tried to help her win.
Wonderful.
But why?
I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa group. No worries. If that cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object to.
So that's how Miss Scone managed to make it so far in the contest. She had no business taking part.
But Miss Scone wasn't the only one pretending, was she? Sir Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the final just like she did. Not bad.
Yeah, kind of a weird closing bunch in the finals. You got a pharmacist, a sculpture maker who's not even a confectioner, and then a bad confectioner. You know, it's
Yeah.
like really weird.
I feel like Carmelo Gusto is also here for some clandestine reason.
Maybe.
Probably.
It's like no one is in the finals because of their confectionery.
Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor and a gifted crafter of desserts too.
Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I think Discord's doing his thing
I think
again.
Discord's having a wibble.
Yeah, Discord is being an asshole again.
Discord's having a wibble.
Well, then I am a robot.
Discord, do you need a slap?
Do you need a Mackie Donald?
Everyone sounds auto-tuned.
No, fix this last time. We just move room.
Secret. I
Let's
got
do
a
a different
secret.
room, sir.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm meeting us to a room.
Secret
Okay.
tunnel.
I'm thinking of like Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
There we go.
Yeah.
That solved it for some weird reason.
Freaking Discord. Please share the window again.
Oh yes, of course. She shared the windows.
Please share the wiki wild word.
Here is the window.
Hi everyone, it's us.
We're back. I'd already read the line.
Yeah.
But how did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time?
Oh, I should have gone. Yeah. Oh, fuck you then.
I was about to say, you left me behind at the end. I was just so like, you are bringing me in, aren't you?
I thought I should bring you in, but
You did, but
Yeah.
I was last. I was like, oh, bring me in, please.
I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to, of course.
I was really hoping it was gonna be. I don't think there's much else I can tell you, but I can sing.
She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa.
speaking of singing, I found out the other day there's a Mrs. Doubtfire musical.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There is.
There is. I have to see it. I love that movie.
Oh,
I
I
have.
also recently discovered that there's a Beetlejuice musical.
Mm,
There is.
yeah.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
known,
Yeah,
about
you're
the
late.
little
I'm joking,
musical
I'm
longer.
joking.
You sang a
This musical's
song.
really good.
You sang a
I sang
song
a
from it.
I sang a song.
Yeah.
Sing a song.
It's weird because when I've seen a video and the person who plays Mr. Doubtfire in the West End, they do an impeccable job of sounding like Robin Williams as Mr. Doubtfire.
Hey.
Precisely.
Hello.
I could certainly use a cup of tea you made us yesterday, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh no, not in the cuss cup.
Not the cursed cups.
I-
Please.
I think that might help move this investigation along quite nicely.
Oh, well, have some too. Your tea is to die for, Miss Bound. It always goes all over my shirt.
Oh, well, how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out.
Also, yes, I am haunting the chat with that one emote.
No.
It's funny.
I mean, why not?
You know, I think that cheers her up a little. Also, now that Mr. Halik is dead, those will be priceless.
Investigation complete.
We've learned a little more about the contestant.
You're still quiet.
I'm trying to be on purpose.
Do a whispery voice instead of
I'm
actually
moderating
being
myself.
quiet.
Yeah, you don't need to be like quiet
I'll-
and imitate
I'll
that you're
bring the
in.
microphone closer.
Good.
Yeah.
Also, you could literally do when you put you like when you say very close to the microphone. That could be your inner voice.
Or you could have a different voice internally. He just suddenly go, man, see, but there's still one question for Mr. Goose. I don't know why I went for that one particularly.
I hereby elect weird as my internal monologue.
No.
no.
All in favour?
No. We're not doing this.
No.
I would have been up for it.
We need to show some respect for old men Edgeworth.
But not for the French.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No, okay.
And once again, we reset the time.
I didn't say anything.
I told
Maybe-
you, reset it with the hammer.
Maybe instead we need a counter of how many times the French were dissed
Invoked,
on the stream.
I'd be fascinated to learn like demographics, like where our demographics are in the country. I'm pretty sure French is going to be in the bottom bits here.
It is
I've actually
now.
been to France. It's not that bad.
I know, it's lovely.
France is fine.
Admittedly, it was Disney, but
I've been to the south of France and I've been to Paris and it's not that bad, but the French.
Yeah.
The temptation to make a joke here is, do you know what? I'm just gonna fucking go for it. Might as well. I mean, France is lovely. It's just it has French people in it.
Yeah, and it goes back down.
And it
again.
goes back down
Well,
again. No. Just to reiterate, I have no problem with that. To be fair, yeah.
You're using stream elements, right? I think they have like geographical analytics. You could check if there's any French people watching.
I doubt
to the
it.
wonderful and lovely people of France, we don't actually hate you. You're just very easy to make a joke out of. Your stereo.
Exactly.
I mean, well, it's not that. It just seems to be that became a tradition once Jacques Portsman showed up.
And to represent that we have no problem, the internal voice of Gregory will now be French.
No.
No.
Scarf says, I really liked Paris. I didn't get Paris syndrome at all.
Good.
Huh. Yeah.
Right.
But
Greg-
there's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never got an answer.
Yeah, good.
Does that sound better?
That was good. That was good, kid. Real good. The camera loves you.
But I don't have a past monologue yet, so... Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. Oh. When you went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was...
Silence! You want to kiss your attorney even the tiniest shred of information.
Asian.
What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room?
Vibing.
And that's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semi-finals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense, and a sculptor with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. Which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective. I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few more questions. His story still doesn't quite add up for me.
Me neither.
We need to figure out how to get in touch with him.
Sorry, if anyone heard that snort, I was just thinking about the forensics in the background, just going, when will my reflection show who I am inside? And I can't stop thinking about it.
Why do I get the impression this is Gusto?
No, I think this is Von Karma.
Police,
Yeah, I think this
do
is
you have any
uncommon,
relation to Mulan?
No comment.
I'm gonna go on a limb. Oh, do you now?
Because initially I thought it was Gavel, but there's
It is.
timeline.
Oh, great. It's you again.
Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it.
Mr. Von Karma.
I'm already in the midst of my own investigation into the Gusto. So there is no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Mr. E, may I kick him in the balls?
No, Eddie, stick to the notes.
Later, Eddie.
Later, Eddie.
He seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, which in case... Fine. Then allow me to take you up on your offer.
Very well. What is it?
I'd like you to tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost.
No more questions. Goodbye.
we have another donor, apparently.
Dono!
Yay!
Dono.
Someone
Dono.
corrected it to
Dono.
£705.
Dono.
Yeah, that's a round number.
Thank you, that was bugging me.
The name of it is also the French. Champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. £3.48. Thank you so much. Oh, that's excellent. £605 raise. No, £705. Sorry, I keep forgetting about that. Pounds 100. Thank you so much. £95 away from the next spin. Thank you.
Are you with the line, by the way, Mist?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
He did.
That's fine. Oh.
Here we go.
Gusto and Frost connection. The connection between Gusto and Frost. It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest. Short and concise.
And that's all?
That's all I have to say to you.
What? But that is not about us all.
We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. It is imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something.
And
Eddie!
Brother, confront him with a gun.
Eddie!
No, gun.
No, the notes, Eddie, the notes!
No, gun.
Oh my god, why did
The
you
one
have to
time
lie?
the notes would be useful. It's just like, no, I don't want it.
I want to choose violence.
No, Eddie, the notes! I can't refute without the notes!
Rebuttal.
You won't have to if I killed him.
Alright.
In French.
I shouldn't have had that. Couldn't I?
Could have been more like...
I shouldn't
Objection!
I misclicked on that one. But let's go for it.
What do you make of this piece of evidence, Mr. Von Karma?
Oh, this could be fun. Nothing. It isn't even worth considering. Is this all I can expect from you? How do you even earn your badge in the first place?
And yet, here I stand proudly as a lawyer.
Exactly the kind of feeble-minded response I expected. Pathetic.
Shut up, Fun Karma. You're not even wearing your badge.
I'm lower than dirt to him.
It was a unique opportunity to see Gregory's very rare surprise kind of...
Would you like to see my badge, Fun Karma?
This proves there's a connection.
I wonder if you could look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They were made for the contest's semi-finals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree?
Get to the point.
As the nameplates suggest, they were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entry. Mr. Gusto told us that the confectionery design was far from his strong suit. And yet, his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that their two entries also tasted exactly the same.
Eisfrach! What are you suggesting?
I am suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
Those are very pretty, though. All of them.
Yeah, and
Gorgeous.
those are very similar too.
Well, at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. It soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities in how they were put together.
Like the roses.
They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. This is picture proof positive that the two were working together.
Huh. If you figured that much out, I suppose there's no point in denying it.
Mr. Von Karma knew it all along they were cooperating.
But I'll warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to our advantage. Yes?
No, nothing.
Eddie, get ready with the notes. We're going to need to note this.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I was just like, he knew the truth, and he didn't tell me.
I'd also like to raise up that we gained an additional donation.
Oh,
Gaston Baguette!
this gets worse.
with a lovely little comment saying, ho ho ho! £11.73. Thank you so much, Gaston Baguette.
Oh, God.
Thank you infinitely for that. That's amazing.
Let me confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of his relationship to Frost during his questioning last night.
Pardon?
It seems as if they're helping one another right up until the day before the final.
So, you knew the two were cooperating. Mr. Gonkama, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Einstrach! Please, enough with the petty slander. I merely wanted to avoid you poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you.
It doesn't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. I need to figure out what he's hiding. I can't let things end like this.
I wrote 3 pages of notes about how much of a dick he is. Is it okay?
Ein Schwein don't.
Connor's in the chat just saying, it's uneven again, someone fix!
Let's focus on this whole thing, the breakup, if we want to call it that.
Hold it. But why were they cooperating?
Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
So what was their end game? Why cooperate only until the day before the final?
Gusto claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal, really, was to be crowned the world's best confectioner. Someone fixed it. He fixed it.
He fixed it. Scully, there's a fixer man with £3.27. I must fix.
Well, there you have it, audience. Just keep on adding money
I
and
used
make sure it's a odd amount, and Connor will
Make
keep on
it
fixing
odd.
it.
Make it nice and odd for us. Go on. Donos, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
£80 away from doing a second spin. Second spin on stream. Ridiculous.
It's a shame you can't just put £1 in a penny.
I think you can,
You can.
don't you?
Oh, God.
Someone do that.
If it's over £1, you can.
And his pride would never allow him to do so with the help of another.
Cheaters can only ever win hollow victories, I guess.
I was under the impression that collaboration had lasted through the semi-finals. But I'm starting to think it might have lasted up until the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they worked together for, if you do not mind.
If you must. Oh, new statements. Augusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. The two cooperated until the day before the final. They decided to compete on their own merits.
Can we press it?
Actually, I think we've got something. What was it that was said?
Oh, that was scrumptious, except for the lie, which was salty.
Could that have been sabotage, maybe? Oh,
So Frost. So Gusto tried
Maybe.
to sabotage.
well, no, because Frost wasn't a confectioner. He wouldn't have known how to make a salty liar.
Or a scrumptious statue.
True. Let's try it.
Hey, the music is stopped. What gives?
They weren't working together through the finals? I find that a little hard to believe. Miss Scone is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creations as scrumptious.
It's those burgers you keep eating, you fool.
I'll have you know they're quite delicious. And easy to eat on the go. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating during the finals.
Eintracht, how many times must I explain this to you? Assertions require proof. And one person's entirely subjective statements is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example. My wife is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame. I saw an opportunity and I took it.
I saw just you do that. French stereotype just donated £2.23 saying something croissant. It's uneven again. Yes. Thank you so much for doing. Oh god.
So,
How is that not an entirely subjective statement?
Furthermore,
how
go
did
on.
you manage to get hitched, you donut-eating asshole?
My wife.
I took an opportunity when I saw it.
I love that.
Furthermore, you're ignoring another crucial part of the Mrs. testimony. Namely,
I'm going to interrupt my rest and make a comment. It's like, mine the wife.
my wife.
My wife.
Mine a wife.
Man of Ev.
Oh god.
Namely, is that she also describes some of Frost's work as having been unbearably salty. In other words,
Frau!
Mein Frau, your evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery.
Not successfully. We've moved on to making fun of the Germans instead.
Number objections, I take it.
There must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating.
Mr. E? There's something that's been on my mind that is not shooting this asshole.
Well, that's actually might be worth some merit of salt. What is it, Eddie?
I also want to kick him in the balls. But also, actually, Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. Would that have taken a while to make?
I would imagine so.
Making flavored water, freezing it, and then carving 2 whole sculptures? Could he really have done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd have barely gone as far as to setting the flavored water after the freeze pot. Just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
Perhaps there's some loyalty instinct in you after all, Eddie. Your ponderings certainly point to another possibility. Did you just eat your notes again?
No one can have them.
Yeah, I'm writing with this icing pen that I filled. I mean, I borrowed. I mean, I found.
Scarfulu,
No
the
way.
Pixar Man, strikes again, by the way.
We're back to even Stevens with
£2.77 saying Fixer Man returns!
Someone's just going to ruin it again, and you know it.
Yes.
Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry within the time limit?
He'd have to have made it the day before the final.
Yeah.
He must have somehow managed to freeze the flavored ice on the day of the final. No. What am I thinking? There's no way he could have done that. He would have needed time to freeze the ice. And time was one thing he didn't have on the day of the contest.
I must have mislooked again.
I think you selected the wrong option.
Oopsie!
I think you selected the middle one instead of the
Yeah,
top one.
yeah, for the final, yeah.
To be honest,
Oh,
I would
no.
have also made that mistake as well, so...
Oh no, another donation. We're up to 748.47.
That's a chungus one there.
There is a war going on in the.
Vicious. £23.47 anarchy in the UK.
Anarchy.
The Fixerman single is calling to me, says Scott.
We'll get there at some point.
Thank you, Vicious.
My anarchy sense was tingling.
Oh.
Have you read the line, by the way?
Not yet.
Okay.
He must have made the flavored ice the day before, and then all he would have had to do was sculpt it.
What are you muttering about now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're actually correct.
I thought you were about to say,
What?
I realized you're full of shit.
I mean, he is full of shit, but
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, accepted defeat at last, are we?
The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping each other right up until the day before the final. Just as you said. The day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice which have needed at least a day to freeze. And whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, that he helped Frost until the day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return?
770 quid now, by the way.
£21.53 donation from Scafulu, the Fixer Man. This foe requires a big hit. We are £30 away from a second spin.
Come on, you got 15 minutes to do it, people.
Come on, let's
Just
do it.
30 quid. Just 30 quid. You get another spin.
have I henceforth become Scarfulu's nemesis?
That would be amazing.
You are the oddbar.
Oh, hang on. Dr. Ruination comes through. £2.69. Going,
Back to this show. I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection. Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us, so why won't you let us speak with him? Or do you insist that your interrogation was as thorough as your claim?
How dare you call my methods into question?
That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me.
One good reason?
Oh,
Certainly.
I don't want to interrupt.
We're at 802.
One! It's drifting coming through.
Nice.
Drifting beat me to it.
£30. I am turning this car around if you kids don't stop fighting with pennies. And at the end of the stream, we will do a new spin. Thank you, Drifting.
Oh my goodness. I just imagine the scene of Drifting driving a car and Connor and I sitting in the backseat throwing pennies at each other.
You're not good enough for him turning this corner around.
Brilliant.
One of
As
you,
you,
one of you throws one more little penny donation in, and Drifton says, "That's it, back to Winnipeg."
No!
How
No, Winnipeg.
It's not Winnipeg. So how Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection! How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship has broken down for some reason,
There we go.
We're at 810 now.
Yes, it's rounded up again from Scafulu the Fixer Man, £10.31. You won't get away with this, Dr. Ruination! In brackets, sorry, Twisty.
And with that, we have 90. And with that, and with that, I would say that we're just £90 away from a third tombola draw. That's,
Oh God.
Keep it going, everyone. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
I think this also proves that I don't know if we can be trusting stream elements with this stuff here, because literally I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen any of these pop up on stream.
no.
Yeah, I see the number
got- we-
updating, but nothing's popped up.
nah,
Yeah,
nothing.
we gotta iron it.
The number is
Yeah.
updating, but not the
Stream-
actual.
Yeah, we gotta look-
No alerts.
Yeah, I've got the alert box sort of up from my Streamlabs, so I'm actually able to keep track of this live. But that's a separate tab for me. So.
Scarf
damn
goes, fear not, I'm running experiments tomorrow, so
Yay.
Scarf's gonna look into it.
Hey.
He's been looking at some other stuff that apparently could work for us, and if he can, he will at least try and teach the rest of us how to make it work too, because it's apparently kind of a high-tech solution, really. But
The
we'll see.
Fixer Man is on it.
He is.
Yeah, Fix It Felix Jr.
Fix a man.
Back to the script.
If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
Einswach. Could it indeed? Then why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did the man you seem so keen on accusing share the details of his collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time.
Also, can I just say, can we please replace Ebag's objection for Karma with the actual file in game? Because I hate the actual objection he makes in game so much.
It's very upsetting. Yeah.
I hate it.
It has been. It really has been pitch shifts down quite a lot, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I hate it.
Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of. And I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was. Which means this is probably a trap.
It's a trap.
Well, has the cat got your tongue?
But even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room, but we still don't know why. The fact alone is reason enough to suspect him.
If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it all up for you.
Right. It was a trap.
I was saving this for the trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Yeah. Take a look at this.
That's...
Gusto and Frost and their sons.
Oh my god, they're divorced.
Yay, diversity win. They have songs together.
Family photo added to the court record. Gusto stuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph.
But why?
It seems the sons attended the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned that the fact of Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proved was entirely well-founded. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise.
Dramatic.
He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto.
Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with. Peace out, bitch.
That's hilarious coming from Karma.
That smug, self-righteous, law-obstructing, doner kebab eating jerk.
Wow.
Give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Is it too late to grab Detective Ben's gun and shoot him?
I don't believe the detective has a gun.
I have no qualms shooting him in the back.
Eddie?
No, really.
Eddie?
Okay. Mr. Tangaroa's finished. We can figure something out, though.
Eddie, script reading.
Eddie, read the line.
Things to be getting on with.
I don't think he gets on with anything.
What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and is a suspect in custody. If the prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime?
Because he's a bitch.
Something on your mind, Mr. E?
We're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. And yet, he still doesn't seem entirely confident about his case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad?
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy yet either. Guy's probably gonna hand in that too.
No autopsy report. 24 hours post-murder, and there's still no autopsy report.
Suspicious.
In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. And take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
Missing victim's blood. None of the victim's blood was found in Tangaroa's room.
Is this modern or flashback?
Flashback.
Flashback.
You're right. I don't remember anybody mentioned they'd remove the blood along with the body.
Evidence that turned up not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but the most unusual place.
It's a flashback within a flashback.
It requires double echo.
Yep.
It's
Final-
a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's.
Blood in the fountain. Frost's blood was detected in the water of the fountain.
Not to motivate anyone to do a donation, but Scarf did just say he's going to grab a drink. If someone ruins his perfection, he'd be forced to take action when he returns. So basically,
No.
he's just saying if you throw in a donation, he'll be forced to donate as well. Wouldn't that be a shame?
Wouldn't that be a shame?
Shame.
Wouldn't that be a shame?
So there's no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Time to use logic.
But logic. Anything but logic.
That's an easy jigsaw.
Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. But traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body has been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait, could somebody have moved the body aside to get to the blood?
Body moved aside? Did someone move the body aside in order to get to the blood that was in the chest?
These jigsaws are easy.
So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far is that the body had been recovered by the forensics team. But what if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Kammer wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Kammer hold back the information about the body? It's, did Mr. Von Kammer even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Have the body had been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy? Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival.
Mr. E, I think there's a new dono.
£17.31 from Dr. Ruination. You'll never get me, Fixer Man!
Oh god. And yes, yeah. and yes, Connor. Fixer Man.
Everyone stop fighting in the donos.
Yes, Connor.
There is a potential for a comic at some point.
I must protest. Somebody stole my anonymous name.
The logic system is very much like as you gain kind of not clues but like information in the crime scene, the investigation allows you to connect pieces and gain new information as you progress. Yeah.
Indeed. You comment because of Scarf's remark about its similarity to Detective Grimoire or Tangle Tower?
Yep.
Okay.
We're nearly to a good ending point, so let's keep going.
Yeah.
We've both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Kammer's questionable methods. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even.
Sure, he's a dick. Everyone hired that stuff. But what's that got to do with us right now?
I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone.
I would.
Even Mr. Von Kammer. I tried my best not to let him
Preconceptions.
Thank you, preconceptions. Color our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may be indeed willing to twist the truth to his own ends.
Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty to no one's surprise?
Kind of like Dr. Ruination, who has since been attacked by Scuffy Ludovic's man for £2.69. Your poetry ruinations mean nothing, Doctor. Continue.
I fear he might have been and still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it.
Ooh.
I challenge you to a duel.
I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney.
Yes, sir.
Hold it! Hold it!
Yes. What is it now?
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us.
Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you. If you instruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection! It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you!
What?
Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of the crime is?
What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecution's role is or not with the likes of you. Let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection. And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of a whole cloth, perhaps?
God has posted one comment. If you correct me, you're going into the elevator, Gregory.
No, not the elevator.
And I thought you would.
You're going down.
And I thought you'd outdone yourself already. But now you want to accuse me of fabricating evidence?
I do. Because it is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn.
What are you talking about?
You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have the body.
What?
He doesn't have the body?
I splash! Ridiculous! You're clutching at straws. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander.
Then allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong if you can.
I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder than that. I am under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another.
Objection. As you must
nobody.
As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear? And where did it go?
What does it matter? Some blood went missing from the chest where the body was found. So what?
So what indeed? That is precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense.
I splash! What is this petty obsession with the bloodstain? But since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went?
Of course. After all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely. What evidence do I have that shows where the blood of Mr. Tangaroa's room went, and to basically shove it in Mr. Karma's face?
It's not a lamp with the blood on it, is it?
Take that!
Or not? Okay.
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain, along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of the blood-stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain, which strongly points towards one certain fact.
Scarf saying Von Karma was hungry.
Someone purposefully disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me!
You failed to handle that kind of evidence. You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water.
No, but I do.
Curse you, bad! You put a thorn in my side from the moment you were signed. For no longer. As of now, you are officially off the case.
Good. I was barely on in the first place.
Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered?
It's really quite the claim, you know. One that you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid.
What must I do to get an answer out of him?
Now,
Give me the knee.
if you don't mind, I have given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court, Gregory Edgeworth. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will.
Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to the light in the end. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in such a difficult position.
Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. At least I gotta stick it to that trumped-up jackass. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing.
I am, and I'll prove it in the court.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Since, you know, I'm off the case now.
That's very kind. And I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bat. But there is one last thing.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Mom, let me in on the secret.
No.
All right, Eddie. The detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we've have enough to Mr. Dangaroa acquitted. But I'd prefer to have an ace in the hole, just in case.
You mean a hole in the ace, and the ace being Von Karma, right?
Exactly, Eddie. But you'll have to find out in the court.
No, thank you. I don't claim Von Karma for the asexual community, if you don't mind.
Wait, you're letting me join you?
Of course I am. You're my assistant, after all.
Oh, Mr. Edwin! I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know? We can take on Mr. Von Karma together. Maybe even my voice will drop.
Eddie, as long as you keep making notes, you'll make it far. Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then. But if we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time.
Right, but we'll do everything we can in the meantime. I know you can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. I believe.
Nice.
We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do.
I'll explode Mr. Von Karma too.
Fan.
To be
For now.
continued. Yeah, because I was like, well, about that. Yeah, uncomfortable. So we're gonna end it there as we flash back to the present day.
Flash forward then, I guess.
Yeah, flash forward, yes. But of course, that's going to be the end of today's show. Before we end today, we need to do another Tombola draw.
Oh, God, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You're
there
the
he
one
is once again.
You're
The
one
weird
with
man.
balls there.
The weird man himself.
Tombola.
The man, the myth, the legend.
We would like. Well, you want legends. What about the legendary encounter between Dr. Ruination and the Fixer Man?
Oh yes, Scarf, please do hop in.
Yeah, come on
Don't
in.
you fix a man?
Does he have permissions? Oh,
Unless I
he
did
has
push.
Oh, he's in here. Hello.
Fixer Man
has arrived.
Now,
You meet
what
again for the last time, Fixer Man.
Dr.
What-
Ruination, my arch nemesis.
I want to do is, for the signal, I want you to give a big hearty objection, Connor, when you want Scarf. When I want Lewis to finish spinning.
Okay, I will do that.
He's really here just to try and make one of his appear at long last, I think. So
That's what I want.
let's see if you can make it happen.
All he
Cameron.
wants.
Here
All
we
he
go.
wants
All
for
right.
Christmas.
It's a spinning.
Objection!
It's one of mine.
We still like to see it. We still like to see
It
it.
could
would
be.
do, yeah.
It could be
Mhm.
mine. It could still be mine with you. You never know.
It could be.
It is number 18, which is a duo one-off with Laura.
Oh, man.
Someone got you.
Oh,
you're,
man.
you're my last duo one-off to reveal.
Someday.
Anyone but it'll happen.
Tombola gods did not like you much today.
Okay,
No.
weird preface. Whatever you've got planned for me, I'm not gonna have the energy in my voice box to sound excited for it, but if it's a good pick, then trust me, then I'll try my best to be excited for it. Depends what you got.
Brad and Fred.
Oh, that's such a cool game.
Goodness,
What?
no!
You did have the energy for it.
Fred and
Fred.
Fred. What is that?
Fred and Fred.
Played
Have a
this
little look at
game.
this.
It's
Oh, dear
amazing.
Lord.
I'm familiar with this. I've seen it also played.
It is about a couple
Lewis-
of penguins trying to climb a mountain.
And it looks like
Lewis.
Celeste with penguins, but co-op.
Yep. Pretty much.
Oh my goodness, that looks tremendous.
Come on now. You know it makes sense.
That's perfect.
It's gonna be tremendously painful for one, if not two of us. But okay, let's dive in. Why not?
Alright, Fred and Fred. Come in. Oh, I dropped it.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Get in the bowl. There we go. Another
And-
draw. Thank you everybody for coming through with all those donations. We love you. Keep them coming.
Keep coming. We
the epic
appreciate it.
clash going.
Yeah, £830 we're up to right now. Thank you so much, everyone. And we've gone over, so I'm not gonna keep too much of time of at the end of the show. But I want to thank, of course, Connor for jumping in right at the end there, and I want to thank the cast as normal. I want to thank Burr.
Now gotten away with it, if not for the meddling Fixer Man.
I want to
Crime
thank.
doesn't pay, Dr. Ruination.
I want to thank Drifting.
I'm very EP, Your Honor.
They're not right. They're not here, but I want to thank Kay.
Woo!
I just
No,
wanna
I'm right here.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
also
yeah.
in Your Honor.
That's-
I'm gonna
that-
go nap after
That's
this.
fine.
Bye.
And I want to thank Laura Petal.
I'm EP. I have sick voice. Thanks for putting up with it. Yay.
Thank you for being with us, being a trooper. Thank you. I want to thank Living Russ.
Dr. Ruination will return.
I want to thank Mistropolis.
It's not the last time you'll see Gregory.
Oh no, it's the last time we will see Gregory, most likely. Yeah.
I see.
And,
Elevator music.
and of course, I want to thank our special guest, Mr. Weird FW.
I'm anything but EP right now. I want more chaos. I crave it. And also, we miss you, David.
We do indeed,
Also,
Divot.
Mist, if you're powerful enough, you might return as a Force Ghost.
We're going to end it tonight. There's no one going to raid into. We're just going to end the stream. So for that, I'm going to say good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye. And good night.
Are we here next week?
Oh, we are here. We are not here next week. No. Just
See
to
you
make
in
the-
2 weeks' time.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.